What great words of wisdom and inspiration. We all need encouragement, and these videos set a great stage for what we're going to talk about today. What will we leave behind to remind those who follow who we were? Will they see someone who was an example of the person they want to become? Don't give up, don't give in, and always do the best that you can. Welcome, everybody, to Breakthrough Tuesday, Better Deals and Money. Thank you for joining us tonight. You've heard it before, but let me just say it again. You're at the right place at the right time. Let's see who we have in the house. Welcome, Brian Hedges from Australia, Aloma Nurse, Charlie Dozier, Christina Collins, Christopher Tanner, David Richards, Don Chadwick, Dr. K, Janice, Jennifer Nadler, Mark, Mayank Patel. First time for Mayank. He's here from India. Welcome to our BDM webinar. This one doesn't have a name. Owner, Phil Thompson, Roosevelt Barnes, Shirley York, Terry Brown. Welcome, welcome. I'm sure we'll have more people joining us, but let's go ahead and get started. Have you noticed how many people today are struggling financially, probably more than ever before in their lifetime? And even those who have plenty are still looking for ways to get more. They say it takes money to make money, and there is some truth to that, at least when it comes to making serious money. You need to start with serious money, and that's a roadblock to most of us. Well, tonight, I'm going to tell you how I missed an opportunity to turn $500 into $1 billion. True story. And I, for one, don't want to repeat it. And if you stick around until the end, I'm going to share how a similar opportunity exists right now, and I wouldn't want you to miss it either. But before we go there, I'm going to show you how to get the seed money to start such an opportunity, starting with just as little as $10. And that $10 can start a chain reaction that grows into $496 in monthly income fast. But you can set yourself up potentially for millions by doing that. We're talking about legacy level wealth. BDM runs on the power of community. Give, and it shall be given unto you. And that's not just a Bible verse. It's actually a universal law. Plant seeds, reap a harvest. But what many of us have failed to realize is how this law applies to money. And rich people get it. I have a business partner here in the Philippines. He's a billionaire, and he told me, I give to others and God gives to me, gives more to me. And this is not something he just talks about. I've seen him deliver truckloads of food and substantial amounts of money to impoverished people on several occasions. And the more he gives, the more he gets. He says, you can't outgive God. And I believe that is true when your attitude is right. You know, the Amish live this principle, and as near as I can tell, there are no poor among them. In fact, the Amish wealth grows consistently. When a couple needs a barn, the whole community shows up. In one day, the barn is standing strong because everyone helps, and in return, everyone gets help. That's exactly what we do at BDM. We raise barns together, except our barns are made of dollars and dreams. When you join BDM, you're stepping into a community of unity, honesty, generosity, and action. And here's the magic. You start with one person, and if that person is successful, he or she could potentially make you a millionaire. No other opportunity offers that potential. Ultimately, your real goal is to enroll 4. That qualifies you for the top levels of the comp plan. I remember being in one company, and to get to the top level, you had to have 30 personals at the second to the top level. Even I, who had reached the top level of 7 companies, did not reach the top of that one. With just 4 referrals, you're in profit, and that alone can fast track you to $496 a month and beyond that to legacy income. Not hundreds, not thousands, just 4. So let's do this together. Start with $10, sow your seed, and watch it multiply. Now let's roll the video and show you exactly how this works.
My name is John Austin, and I'm coming at you today with an amazing opportunity, something the world has never seen before. A first-of-its-kind, dual-stream compensation plan designed to turn just $10 a month into $496 in monthly income, and it could happen in days, not months. Sounds almost unbelievable, right? But stay with me. Imagine designing the perfect plan, a plan for the little guy, where even someone who struggles to recruit could still earn perpetual profits. A plan for the masses, where a small seed, leveraged correctly, grows into a fortune, fast. And a plan powerful enough to attract million-dollar leaders, who can earn thousands daily, right out of the gate. Tough decision, right? We built all three. Welcome to Better Deals and Money. Our dual-stream plan combines the two most powerful systems ever created. First is our high-powered coded 2-up plan, where everyone you personally refer takes the next available frontline position. No waiting, instant pay. With one exciting twist, your second and fourth personal referrals pass up to your sponsor. But that's not loss, it's leverage. Let me explain. The 2-up plan has long been considered by experts to be the most powerful compensation plan ever created, paying up to 20 times what some others pay. Then you might ask, why don't all companies use it? The answer is simple: fear of loss. Nobody wants to give up two good people, especially when it could be their best two. Our newly created dual stream plan overcomes that weakness by stopping any loss with its opposing reversed alternate fast track plan, designed for speed, simplicity, and serious momentum. Here's how it works. It perfectly opposes the 2-up plan, meaning you never lose anyone. Every even payment from your team goes to you. Every odd payment fuels your upline. You get paid in either one plan or the other on every single person you refer, and because both plans are equally powerful, you simply cannot lose. Together, they create a ripple effect of speed, momentum, and duplication. It's never been done before, and it doesn't stop there. We stacked this model across 4 easy entry points, from just $10 to $100. Every upgrade unlocks new streams of income, flowing to you 24/7. And for the high risers, we have elite plans from $250 to $20,000. And we built this in such a way that one can start at $10 and scale all the way to the top with no more money out of pocket. And here's the beauty: low cost to start. Simple system anyone can follow. Results that duplicate quickly. No hype. No gimmicks. Just a straightforward way to put real money in your pocket. You get a system designed to move you quickly toward $496 in monthly income. Not someday. Not after months of grinding, but within days. And you don't have to stop there. You can scale up just as quickly to be earning thousands monthly. Now imagine this. A simple $10 decision today could cover groceries, gas, bills, or whatever matters most to you. Every single month. All from a system that's built to actually work. We made it fair for everyone. Do nothing. You earn nothing. But with just one good referral, you can earn hundreds of dollars monthly, and 4 referrals is all that you need to go to the top level of the comp plan and earn thousands. Not 20, not 100, not into the thousands so you can cover your auto ship like other opportunities. That doesn't exist here. Look at this chart. With just 62 people on your team, you are earning $496 monthly. As your organization grows deeper, and it will with just 10 levels of duplication, you would now earn over $16,000 monthly, and it doesn't stop there. Some legs will go 100 levels deep and deeper. What happens if you personally refer 10? That's over $53,000 monthly. And what if your team average goes to 5? That's $154,000 monthly. But why would you stop there? But let's start with a realistic goal, because anybody can earn $496 monthly with consistent effort. That lets you experience the system working and motivates you to do even more. Just $10 a month to earn unlimited income. There are no other fees, so here's the choice. Keep doing what you're doing, or take one small step today that could create a $496 monthly income stream in just days. Ready to get started? Just follow these simple steps. Complete the registration form using a valid email address. Check your inbox for a verification email and click the link inside. If it doesn't arrive right away, check your spam folder and mark it as not spam. Log into your dashboard with your email and username. From the left-hand menu, click Make a Purchase, then select Dual Stream. You can get started for only $10. Want to accelerate your earnings? You can scale up any time by making more than one dual stream entry. Bonus. When you pay with a credit or debit card, you'll also receive a vacation package worth hundreds of dollars as our thank you for your donation. This is John Austin. Thanks for watching. Let's build your income together.
Okay, so let's take a look at how easy it is to get started. I'm going to click register here. I do believe we have some other links as well. Okay, so you receive the video, you click the link, fill out the information. You'll see that Sue Average will be your sponsor. In this case, Sue Average is just a demo account. But when you receive this from your sponsor, it would have their name there to make sure that you're being coded to the right person. Go ahead and click I'm not a robot, sign up, and then you're going to receive an email. So definitely check your email, verify your email address. If that doesn't come to your inbox, go to spam and mark it as not spam. And then you'll log in. And this is what your dashboard will look like. Number one, let's take a look at making a purchase. So you come over here, you click on dual stream. You'll notice that 3 of these have already been taken, just so you can see how this works. You can pay with a credit card, with a balance in your e-wallet, which typically would be from commissions, or you can pay using cryptocurrency. In this case, we're going to look at the credit card, and you're going to see that you're getting a double bonus here, a double value. So you're getting over $200 in value for $100. You're getting a vacation to Puerto Vallarta, and also you're getting a dual stream 100. Put in your credit card information, click pay, and then you would come back and actually see that this had been taken. Okay, here you have your wallet, your e-wallet, several different things. Pay it forward. You can actually pay someone else to join from your commissions. You can transfer money from your account to their account to somebody else's account. Just check here. Okay. You can deposit with crypto if you want to. Here you would actually withdraw from crypto. Right now, and I don't think we have this set up yet, we have the ability for you to withdraw fiat, your dollars, using Wise, a Wise account if you have that. If you don't have one, you can go to wise.com, set up an account so you can start receiving commissions that way. Here's your genealogy. Once you start referring people, you'll be able to see your genealogy. Now in your e-wallet, this will show all your transactions. Again, this is just a demo account. It shows all the money coming in and out. We have a Telegram channel, a Telegram chat, also a faith chat. We have a Sunday group, and that's, if you want to join that, feel free to. Anyway, that pretty well takes care of your dashboard. Oh, we do have, let's see, marketing tools, my websites right here. Here's the video you just watched. Also, that's on our main. That's actually on our main BDM community. You can actually use this as a landing page, bdmcommunity.com/your username. And then if somebody joins, but this is the same video right here that you just watched. All right, let's take a quick look at the income calculators, which you briefly saw in the video. I like to start with this. You can actually go down to one, as low as one if you want to, but I like to start at a place, really a realistic goal. It's definitely within reach for everybody. And the reason I like to do this is because once somebody gets earning $500 a month, it really is a game changer for most people. $500 makes a difference. Puts more food on the table, puts more gasoline in your car, might help make a car payment, pay your rent, pay your house payment, whatever it is. This will oftentimes help people bring the two ends of the month together. It's not going to, take away all the pressure, but it is a game changer. So, I've interviewed a lot of people, a lot of millionaires, $1 million earners in this industry. The common denominator between all of them was they weren't looking to make 10,000 a month or 100,000 or even a million. They were looking to make an extra $300 to $500 a month for, real world needs. Repairing a roof, making a car payment, put a child through college. And because they set a realistic goal, they actually went to work and accomplished it. They didn't stop. They didn't make a fortune overnight, it, but they could see, gradually as they would share it with other people and their income began to grow. Once they reached that $500, that just really opened up the view where they could, set higher goals and make a lot more money. All right, so there's many ways we could look at this. Number one, if you were earning $496 a month, and that only requires 62 people, okay, four of which are yours, then you're probably going to take from that $496, $20, and with that same 62 people following you, that would pay you $1,488 per month. Take from this, upgrade to 50, you see you're almost at 4,000. Take from that, upgrade to 100, you're pushing $9,000 a month. Now we're talking life-changing income. Really, 10,000 a month is kind of the goal for people to reach to really make that big difference in their lifestyle. $10,000 a month could change your address. It could definitely change the car you drive. It could change where you go on vacation. There's just a lot of things that $10,000 a month would do for you. So um, that would be one way of accomplishing that. Another thing is you could actually personally, you could refer more people. And if you can refer one, you can refer four. And if you can refer four, you can refer 10. It's just doing the same thing over and over again. And the more money you're making, obviously, the more excited you are, which is going to make people want to look even quicker because they're going to see and hear the excitement in your voice. And they're going to say, this person it must be onto something because of that level of excitement I hear coming from their voice. So, it really is, the foundation is the hardest part, getting that first person, the second person. But once your group begins to grow and you have more people, not just you have a community of people that are working on the same goal, going the same direction, it literally begins to mushroom. Going from $500 to 5,000, or from 5,000 to 500 to 5,000 will actually be faster than probably 0 to 500 because you have that community, you have that team effort. Now, as your team average grows, then this will grow as well. Let's see, two up. Okay, I see. And we're not talking yet about increasing levels. This goes to infinity depth, folks. So um, even with just four who get four, as you start growing through the levels, this is phenomenal income, and it doesn't stop there because we have our elite packages you can upgrade to 250, 500, all the way to $20,000. And as human beings, that's what we tend to do. We tend to scale up. If there's a way to get a promotion, then we go for the promotion, right? We try to do what it takes to get that promotion. Even millionaires, billionaires, they're looking for ways to increase what they have already. Okay, so let's move on. I want to talk, switch gears here for a minute. Give me 1 second. Okay, so one of my goals in starting BDM was to help people transition into the crypto world. And when back in 2010, I had a friend who kept telling me, John, you need to buy Bitcoin. You need to buy Bitcoin. I was going for a nickel. If I had bought $100 worth, it'd be worth something close to 250 million right now. If I bought $500 worth, that's well over $1 billion that'd be worth right now. And I missed that opportunity. And I wager that probably everybody on this call did too, or you wouldn't be here. But there is what I believe could be the next Bitcoin level opportunity, and that's with the Flare coin. So let's see why that might be the case. You're looking at something here that could, if you purchase it now, could explode over the years. And here's why Flare could be that opportunity. Number one, the current price. It's ranging between 1 and 3 cents. Now remember, Bitcoin was 5 cents when I had an opportunity to buy it. We're well under that price right now. Market cap is still small, which is good in the fact that there's a lot of room for growth. And getting in early before the masses catches on, that's where the big incomes are made. So remember, Bitcoin in 2010 was pennies. People who brought $100 worth became millionaires, and Flare is at that same pennies phase right now. So let's talk about real money. You're looking for the next Bitcoin opportunity. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, Flare is pioneering the data blockchain technology. They're not competing. They're creating a new category, just like Bitcoin created digital gold. Flare is creating the infrastructure for the next generation of finance. So like Bitcoin, Flare has a limited number of tokens. The growing adoption, more people integrating it, more businesses integrating it, is going to increase demand. Utility rewards, there's staking opportunities, ways that you can grow your Flare coin without doing anything else. So when demand increases but supply is limited, Economics 101 says price is going to go up. So if Flare reaches just $1, your $1,000 will now be worth $50,000. If you invest 1,000 and it goes to $1, your dollar would be worth $50,000. If Flare reaches $5, your $1,000 then becomes $260,000, $250,000. And if Flare goes to $10, your $1,000 would skyrocket to $500,000. So is $10 realistic? Bitcoin went from pennies to over $110,000. I think it actually went to now $120,000. Ethereum went to from $1 to $4,000. So cryptocurrency is not going away. It has proven itself. It's a world-changing technology, and it creates world-changing wealth. They say that it's created more billionaires. Bitcoin's created more billionaires than will fit in a football stadium. So timing is perfect. Flare is still in early adoption. It's a real technology. So it's not a meme coin. It's not there just for the for the inventors or the founders to become wealthy, pump and dump. It has survived market crashes and is positioned for the next bull run. So Bitcoin disrupted money, Ethereum disrupted contracts, and Flare is just disrupting data and interoperability. So what is Flare doing? It's actually allowing the different blockchains to talk with each other. In a world where every blockchain needs to talk to each other, Flare is the blockchain that makes that possible. So again, this is a new technology, never been done before, making Flare an essential infrastructure in the crypto world. That means Flare is not going away. Infrastructure is what determines long-term play. There's thousands of junk coins, meme coins that have no purpose other than to make the founders rich. These coins come and go, but a cryptocurrency with infrastructure and a real world need creates generational wealth. So bottom line, you're getting in at pennies. The supply is limited, solves a real world problem, and the technology is game changing. So again, let's go back to the technology. There are a number of blockchains out there that don't have smart contracts, and smart contracts have become very important in the crypto world. Okay, Bitcoin, no smart contract, but Flare allows Bitcoin to build smart contracts. Bitcoin now can build smart contracts on the Flare platform, and that's true with any other like XRP. Very important coins that are going to be around for a long time, forever, but they don't have the ability to do smart contracts. That's another thing that Flare brings to the crypto world, is the ability for other blockchains to build smart contracts. So again, very, very important technology. This opportunity, just like Bitcoin, isn't going to last forever. The price will continue to go up. So the quicker you get in and get some Flare, obviously it's not going to go up quickly. It's not something that's going to go from, 2 pennies today to $1,000 tomorrow. It's just not going to happen. We're talking a long-term investment. But where does BDM come into play with the Flare coin? Okay, number one, we're going to be giving you an onboarding document or PDF to help you get in Flare. Whether you just want to buy some and hold on to it, we're also going to give you an opportunity where you can leverage that Flare, come in, say, for example, for $50, $100, up to $500, and leverage that Flare into literally millions of coins. So with very little money out of pocket, we're going to give you an opportunity to get massive amounts of Flare. So now we're talking, let's say, 1 million coins. If it goes to $1, you're now a millionaire. If it goes to $1,000, you're a billionaire. Okay, so we believe we can create a lot of millionaires and perhaps even some billionaires with the Flare opportunity. Now, understand that a demand is what causes the value of anything to go up. Supply and demand. If you have a limited supply and you have a huge demand, then the price has to go up. So if we're creating demand internally through BDM, let's say we have thousands of people getting millions of coins, you see how that increases demand. And there are other things that come with that. The beauty of it is we have in this, in many places, in the stock market, in the cryptocurrency, we have people with billions of dollars. They come in and they buy low and then they sell high. So they start buying up at a low price, which increases demand. And that automatically starts driving the price up. Then when the price gets to a certain level, they dump billions on the market all at once. And they do it purposely for two reasons. Because whatever sells at that point, they're going to make a, increased margin over what they paid for it. They're going to be making a lot more than they paid for it. But the other side of that is they're purposely trying to drive the price back down so that when it gets down, they can buy more. And then they drive the price up and they sell, and they drive the price down and they buy. Well, if we have millions of people owning, a reasonable amount of flare, then that takes power away from these people that are purposely manipulating the market. So I believe as a group, we can stabilize this coin, actually make it more stable than other cryptocurrencies out there, which is going to make more people want to have it. And if we have millions of people with a Flare coin that are trading back and forth between each other, we're actually going to, again, increase the value because we're going to have a lot more people, not necessarily inside of BDM, but people outside of BDM. They're going to use the Flare coin for purchasing items, buying their coffee, buying a car, whatever, buying their groceries, because the day's coming very soon and already available to a certain degree where you can put your cryptocurrency on a debit card and go down and swipe it wherever where you can buy, with anything with a Visa or a MasterCard. So these things are available. They're new. They're up and coming. President Trump said he's going to make cryptocurrency easy to buy a cup of coffee with cryptocurrency as it is to buy, with your fiat currency now. So the world is changing, folks. I'll give you an experience I had with computers. Very early on, I bought a Texas Instrument computer, and it was programmed with DOS. And all of the computers, not the PCs that we use, I'm not talking Apple, but I'm talking all Windows computers, operate on DOS. Okay, and this is a language that makes the computer work. So you have an interface called Windows that makes a translation from DOS to what you see on your screen. That's all Windows does. It's just a computer code translator. Okay, so I bought this Texas Instrument computer, and it was programmed in DOS. Well, in order to use it, you had to learn DOS. You had to become a DOS programmer. Well, there were, I didn't have availability to any schools or anything to do that with. Looking back, I wish I would have learned programming, but I didn't. But anyway, to the best of my ability, I worked on this computer for a couple of weeks, and I could see that it was really going nowhere. And from that experience that I had formed a conclusion, an opinion that computers were never going to be mainstream. So I just kind of ignored computers for a long time. And the computer world kind of left me by for a period of time. Okay, so that first impression really, it put me in a state of mind that caused me to miss a lot of what I could have had if I had just opened my view. Well, we have a lot of people today that don't want to get involved with cryptocurrency. Oh, it's too difficult. Well, the first time you turned on a computer, was that easy? Even though it had Windows? No, it wasn't. You didn't know, you were lost. You started clicking here, clicking there, punching buttons, and eventually, by trial and error, you started to figure it out. At least that's the way it worked for me. Okay. Well, cryptocurrency has been a similar experience. Okay, so if we go back to the very first iterations of a computer, they're nothing like what we have today. Look how computers have evolved. They used to have these big 6-inch floppy disks, and they were slow as molasses. Now, your iPhone or your Android has more computing power than many of those computers, and much, much faster, lightning fast speed. Well, cryptocurrency, we go back 15 years, there was really no infrastructure, to make it usable. Yeah, there were people, I think somebody bought a pizza for something like 300 Bitcoin, something like that, or maybe it was even more. Well, imagine having 300 Bitcoins today. So what did that pizza actually cost that person? But here we are today. 4% of the world has cryptocurrency. They're predicting that maybe in the next 24 months, that 10% of the world could own cryptocurrency. Well, if we have more billionaires created in the last 15 years than will fit in a football stadium, how many billionaires are going to be created in the next 24 months? If we more than double the amount of cryptocurrency that's, more than double the number of people owning cryptocurrency, isn't that going to create a lot more millionaires and billionaires? So what I'm trying to do is place you at the beginning of a huge wave that's just now starting to form, just starting to build. And it's going to require that you take a few steps and do something that might be a tad bit uncomfortable, like turning on the computer for the first time. You're going to have to learn how to set up a wallet and buy some cryptocurrency from an exchange. That's really very much like setting up a bank account and depositing or withdrawing money from your bank. Very, very similar. So we're not talking about something that's not, that can't be done. You don't have to do it all in one day. What if it takes you a week? What if it takes you a month to figure out how to do that? You got time. That's all you have is time. So, why not use that time to do something that's going to not only change your life, but change the lives of, those who are coming behind you. Leave an inheritance for your children. That's what the Bible says. So I'm just saying we're going to open a door here, and we'll probably be revealing this probably next Tuesday. But before then, I'll be putting out an onboarding guide for Flare for those of you who want to, play around and get started, try to buy some Flare. And like I said, if you want to just buy Flare and hold it, I encourage you to get some, even if it's only $100 or whatever amount. Do that and get your feet wet in this, this up and coming wave that is going to change lives for millions of people. All right, so let's open it up and take some.
Excuse me, John.
Yes, go ahead, Brian.
We've got a question in the chat from a gentleman by the name of Terry Brown.
Okay.
He wants to know how we unsubscribe from the monthly subscriptions if we wanted to.
Okay, just send a message. You can do that either in the support, the Telegram support. You have a support button on the lower right-hand side of your dashboard, or you can send an email to, let me make sure I've got the right email address, CS, which would be short for customer support, cs@bdmcommunity.com. So any of those three should get you taken care of. Okay. Any comments, Brian?
That's all there was there on it. No, John, I just, there's a few little issues that the back office of BDM still needs to be sorted. But apart from that, I hope they get sorted out this week. I want to do some marketing before we launch Flare. But that's all about me, of course, you understand.
No, it's not. It's whatever you need is needed by others as well.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's good to see. The numbers are growing to the meetings. Every new welcome email I send out, I always encourage people to come to the Tuesday or Thursday meetings, and they held at a good time here. One question while we've got Don here as well: do we need to set another time for our advisory board meeting? And
yes, in fact, I was going to bring that up. When do you want to meet again?
I think after our Thursday night meeting. How does that sound?
That'll be great.
Okay, I'll follow up that with the crew.
Okay, so folks, for those of you who might not know, uh, we have an advisory board, and you don't have to be some big, marketer or genius or guru, to be on that board. It's just a place where you can come and participate in, things that are going on and actually help guide the ship, if you will. Yes, every ship has a captain, but everybody on that ship has something to do with the success of the voyage. And that's the way we look at it here at BDM is, there's no one person here that knows everything or, has all the answers. So as we come together basically in, let's call it a mastermind situation, then obviously we're going to be more successful. And as I've studied masterminds down through the years and actually been involved uh, in a few, uh, the success is greatly multiplied over, what one person can do. Every successful venture, very seldom will you see a very highly successful venture with only one person at the head. Now, there might only be one owner, but that owner has consultants, has advisors, has managers, you see, and they typically will have some kind of a board meeting where they bring their ideas and have somewhat of a consensus on the direction that the company should go. Ultimately, the captain of the ship is going to make the decision, but we value all of the input that any of you might bring. So if you want to be part of that, basically, after the Thursday meeting, we'll take about a 5-minute break so you can, do whatever, get a drink of water, go to the restroom, etc. Then we'll leave the platform open, reconvene in about 5 minutes, and then we'll just come prepared with any things you'd like to share, or if you just want to listen and participate that way, you're welcome to join in. Okay, so you have the ability to unmute. If you have a question or comment, anything you'd like to share, feel free to go ahead and unmute.
John, Phil Thompson's asking, does each referral pay us 3 different ways? I know the answer to this one, but I'll let you explain it.
Each referral pays 2 different ways. Currently, in the dual stream, and I'll go ahead and share this. The way it is right now is we have on one side we have 2 up, and other side we have reverse fast track. So on the first person you refer, you would get paid in the 2 up. Second person, you get paid in the reverse fast track. Third person, 2 up. Fourth person, reverse fast track. So on, back and forth like that. Okay. And up to a certain point, you can see that these incomes are going to be equal. But as you refer more personals, you're going to see that these begin to vary. Okay. Because they're slightly different comp plans. As you go in team average, as team average increases, ooh, big difference. Look at here. We jump all of a sudden from 220,000 to 6,377,000. So what we're going to do in the future, and with the flare multiplier, we're actually going to use the fast track and the reverse track fast track. As you can see, it is much more powerful than the 2 up. So we're actually going to be using 2 sides of the fast track. So in the first person you refer, you're going to get paid in the fast track. Second person, reverse fast track. Third person, fast track. Fourth person, reverse fast track. And these 2 comp plans mirror each other exactly. Okay, they pay exactly the same. So the beauty of this is you never lose anybody. Where in a two up, you give two people up, but in this, you never lose a single person. And so that's how we're going to do the flare multiplier. And then we're going to come back afterwards, and we're going to take the people that are in the two up, put them into a fast track, so that our all of our plans will be exactly the same. Will be fast track and reverse fast track. Okay, so all of our existing clubs will eventually be converted to this format here, which actually is even far more lucrative than what we have right now. What we have now is 20 times what other compensation plans pay. It's the best thing that there's ever been, but we did some testing, uh, marrying the fast track and reverse fast track together, and what we found, it's much, much better than what we currently have. So I hope that answers the questions. Does that kind of clear it up, Brian? Or feel free to, whoever asked the question, feel free to unmute.
Yep,
Be
that was
happy
Phil
to.
Thompson asked that.
Phil, if you want to unmute, feel free to. Okay. A great group here tonight. Several new people. Appreciate you all being here. Before we close, let's talk about why. The reason why we joined.
Okay, John, I have a.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. That's Michael, right?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, Michael. I could hear you. Oh, all right, Victor. Go ahead.
Yes, good evening, John. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, Victor.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Hey, just on this Flare thing, what kind of wallet would you recommend? I mean, I haven't done this in 10 years, and I had lost crypto and kind of lost.
Hear me now, John?
Wait just a minute, Michael. We got another person talking.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, but yeah, could you recommend kind of what type of wallet, or how can we start with this Flare thing, please?
Yeah, I'm working on an onboarding PDF, which I will put in the Telegram group here probably later this evening. But MetaMask is a good one. It's a popular wallet, quite easy to use. Bifrost, if you just for Flare, Bifrost was created for Flare. So one of those two. But if you want to get some other currencies, probably MetaMask. And then if you go here, can you still see my screen? Right here, Tangem.
Okay.
If you'll click on Tangem, we've negotiated a 10% discount with this company, and this is the wallet looks like this right here. It looks like a credit card.
Okay.
And they come in batches of 2 or 3. So and they're identical. And the beauty of having more than one is if you lose one, then you're not losing your wallet.
Yeah.
So I personally got 3, but
I'll give
2.
the one to my wife.
What's that?
I said I'll give the other one to my wife.
Yeah. So, whatever works. If you've got a safe place to keep the other one in case you lose one that you carry around in your wallet or whatever. But these are very nominal price compared to other wallets out there. And for long-term storage, I definitely recommend a cold wallet. And so this is offline. This wallet is offline. And that way, the only way that they could ever steal the money out of here is if they had access to your card and to your code word.
Code, yeah, key codes. Okay.
Mhm. Well, actually, well, you can set this up with key codes, or you can set it up without. But the thing of it is you take this card and then you hold it. That's got a SIM card in it. You hold it over top of your phone, and it will actually open the wallet that way. And then you have to have this physical card in order to withdraw money from this wallet.
Okay. Alrighty. Great. Thank you. Now you say you're gonna post something on Telegram?
I will,
On the
yeah,
BDM?
later on this evening, I will post an onboarding guide for Flare Coin.
On the BDM Telegram.
Yeah, BDM
page.
Telegram,
Okay.
yes.
Great. Thank you very much, John.
You're welcome, Victor. Okay, Michael, I could hear you, but apparently you couldn't hear me when you unmuted. I don't know what happened. Try it again.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. It was just a simple question regarding looking at the calculator. Can you just bounce back to the calculator one more time? So all of these values are monthly, correct?
These are monthly values, yes.
So this is $6 billion
Six
monthly.
million. 6 million.
6 million monthly. Yeah, okay. All right, that's sweet.
Indeed, indeed it is. So, yeah, bear with us. We're, we're working extremely rapidly on getting all of this put together. I do believe that introducing the ability for people to get the Flare coin, and we work together to drive the price up. We're actually going, just with our group, I believe we're going to, it won't happen immediately, but as we start getting numbers in our group, we will see the price of the coin begin to trickle up. And of course, the more people we bring on board, the more that's going to happen. So we kind of create our own market here, if you will. In other words, instead of just depending upon outside people to put demand on that coin, we're getting a coin that we actually can put demand on by, through our own efforts. Okay. And it's a good thing in several ways, because if we create a community of people, millions of people with a Flare coin, then we're going to have a lot more people adopting the Flare coin, because there's numbers of people with that coin. They've got money to spend. So your merchants, they're going to want to, accept that Flare coin, make it very easy for you to spend that coin with them. And of course, it's as, in my opinion, it's as stable as Bitcoin. Not what I mean. It has a real purpose for being here, whereas so many coins don't. And the fact that, we're dealing with a coin that's probably going to just continue to increase in value like Ethereum and Bitcoin has over the years. But the beauty of it is, again, it took 15 years for 4% of the world population to have cryptocurrency. If we go from 4% to 10%, then the value of this coin is not going to take, it's not going to take 15 years for the value of this coin to greatly increase. And especially if we are out there advertising this coin to the world, if you will, we're going to be letting numbers of people know about a Bitcoin level opportunity. That in itself has a lot of value, in my opinion. So back to the reason why we join, maybe you're at a point in your life where it's now or never. Some of us are. This is, this is my last rodeo. I don't know about the rest of you folks, but once this is built, I will never leave it. But I will take more time right now. being, the founder and the owner, I've been putting in long days, 16 hours and more every single day, typically 7 days a week. And I'm used to doing that. I've done it for years, but at the same time, I don't want to do that forever. I would rather, spend a couple hours, 2 or 3, 4 hours a day, taking care of whatever needs to be done here. And then I want to spend more time with my family. But, we're getting the infrastructure built to the point where I really don't have to be here all the time. And we will have, we'll bring on more help as, as time goes on. So it's not like I'm definitely not going away. I'll be here. So, some people have had that question. I hope that answers it. But, things may have not turned out the way that you expected. Maybe your retirement, your Social Security are not cutting it. Maybe you need to pay off your mortgage. Maybe you want to retire early or retire late. Paying down credit cards, going on vacation, buying a homestead, whatever it may be, I would encourage you to write it down. And I'm going to explain why you want to write it down. And along with that, you want to write a number, count the cost. The Bible says to count the cost. Before you build a house, count the cost. So write down a number that's going to make you or help you accomplish that goal. Because writing something down has psychological, neurological, and even spiritual power that goes way beyond simply thinking about it. Thoughts are slippery. They quickly fade. They get drowned out by distractions. But writing something down shapes your thoughts into something clear and concrete. Writing externalizes a thought, and it makes it stick more deeply. It's like a second brain on paper or on a screen. Written goals, plans, they've proven to be recalled and acted upon at a far higher rate. And that's biblical. Even the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain that he may run who reads it. See, when you come back and you refresh yourself day after day after day, and I did this for a long time, I had over 100 things written down that I wanted to accomplish. And every day, and sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, I'm going over that list one by one, and I'm imagining what it'd be like to have that completed, imagining what it would feel like to have it completed. And within a year, all but 3 were done. 3 things on that list were well beyond my capability, but it wasn't long after that every single item on that list was checked off. That's the power of writing something down and coming back to it. Write the vision, make it plain that he may run who reads it. Well, what does it mean to run? Well, running is faster than walking, right? So writing down your vision in a clear and complete manner causes you to take action. And not only take action, but it's going to take you where you're going much faster. Writing turns a desire into a vision, something you can see, something you can declare and align with faith. It shifts energy from imagination into manifestation. And why is that important? Because it's your why. If you have a strong enough reason to do anything, you will succeed. And if you'll look back on your life, I think you'll prove that's true, by the things you've gone through. Maybe you set a desire at one point to get a college education, get a degree. And because you made that commitment, you kept at it until it was accomplished. So, I can go back, I can name several things that I made a commitment to do. And because I made that commitment, I followed through. One time I had joined a company that was, I don't remember how old it was, but it was a significant sized company. And I joined about 3 months before the end of the year. And I've made a goal that was going to become the top recruiter by the end of the year. And about 10 o'clock, somewhere between 10 o'clock and midnight on December 31st, New Year's Eve, I accomplished that goal. That's how close to the deadline it came. But I made a commitment I was going to do that, and I didn't let up, even on the very last day, until I had accomplished it. And I think we can all, think back to experiences like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and close out. I think what you've seen tonight is more than just numbers on a screen. We have people here that are coming together in unity, and with unity, anything is possible. I had some pictures here that I could show, and it's getting late, so I won't. One of our members just bought a new Mercedes van and a beautiful big boat trailer, a triple tandem axle boat trailer. Haven't seen the boat yet, but it's got to be a nice one. And these are things that are happening that people are doing, that we're not really seeing yet. But let me tell you what, going into the future, you're going to see a lot of things happening here at Better Deals and Money. You're going to see people making money like they've never made it before. And with just $10, you're not planting a seed. You're not just joining a program. You're planting a seed in fertile ground. And just like the Amish build barns, we're building dreams. We're building legacies, financial freedom together. So the only question left is, what barn do you want to build? Do you want to travel? Are you doing this for family, for debt freedom? Maybe you have a project that's been on your heart. Well, we're here to help make that real. So the next step is up to you. Don't wait, because your harvest begins the moment you sow your seed. Thank you for being here. God bless, and welcome to BDM.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Thanks
night.
for being here.
Good night.